Yeah.
It's episode 174 of the Midnight in the Bay podcast. I'm your host, Alex Woody, your second favorite Woody if you're a guy, probably like your 10th favorite Woody if you're a female, hopefully not my wife. And I've got a special guest. He looks like an older version of me if I went on keto and actually started taking care of myself. If I stopped drinking and eating Oreo cookies. Oh, look, the new Oreo cookies out. It's going to look like the Warriors. If I stopped doing that, I would look like this guy. Give it up for Moby's brother, Jacob Blaser.
No, yeah, no, that's legit though. What I saw on your Facebook, you turned 35, right? Coming up.
No, I'm turning 33.
Oh,
but I probably will be 35 though. My mom just lied to me. You know what I mean?
Oh. So I'm 15 years older than you, or no, 14 years older than you.
Jeez, don't age yourself.
I don't give a shit, dude. I just posted my immunization record with my fucking birth date right on it, dude. I was like, whatever, I don't care. I'm old.
It doesn't matter when you're a guy. You know what I mean? Have you seen George Clooney? We get hotter as we get older.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't mind. I'm not trying to hide my fucking age. You know, dude, I got 2 adult children. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of hard to hide how old you are when your kids are in their 20s.
Now, did you? Yeah, right. Did you decide to start saying it as adult? Because I say adult.
Yeah, no, that's a conscious choice. Adult. Yeah, no, it kind of is at some point. I think. I don't know. I like words, so I like the way certain words sound sometimes. So I'll choose to say it a certain way.
Oh, that's the comedy part in you. I had a joke that was horrible, but the way I said a word in it made people laugh.
Well, that's actually, I use that in one of my bits. I talk about my son, like trying to play 20 questions. It's like, well, how would you, like, I'm like, he speaks adult. He's an adult. He speaks adult, you know? And that's kind of where it came from, yeah.
And that's when your son was like, I'm leaving.
And
he got married. And he got married, right?
No, my daughter got married. Me and my son are actually getting a place together here. I'm moving from where I live now to a place. I might move to Stockton, dude.
That's like a sitcom. Like a dad moving in with the son.
Yeah, in Stockton.
Yeah, 2 white guys, one bald. One looks like he's the cousin of the Atlanta shooter. And don't move by any massage parlors right now, okay? And then and then you got your son. I've never seen him. Does he look like you?
Not really. He looks really young. He has a lot of hair.
Okay.
You know, he doesn't really look like me. He looks like his mom's side. Like lucky kid, I guess.
I guess it would be bad if he did look like you. We'd be like, let's get some tests going. He's too young to look like this. He might have something. Right?
Like, what are you, Benjamin Button over here? What the fuck?
That movie made me cry.
Really?
I was coming off of ecstasy. I took like I took like 7 pills, and at that point, I don't know if you ever did ecstasy, but like I was so yapped up. The last 2 pills I chewed, and you know, it's the most disgusting thing ever because it's made out of Windex and fucking chlorine and everything. And the next day, my endorphins were on vacation and they were coming back for like 2 weeks. And I watched that movie. Worst movie to pick. I should have picked like Tommy Boy or Black Sheep.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, Benjamin Button, Brad Pitt. Because you'll watch anything with Brad Pitt in it. That motherfucker sucks you in. And he sucked me in all right. I was like, ew. Oh, I wish, dude.
If like, there was a guy, right? If anyone could suck me in, be Brad Pitt, right?
But here's my thing. If I did go gay and it was Brad Pitt, you'd still have to pay me.
Nice. He's got the money.
That's what I'm saying. I need a little.
Dude, he's like 50, bro.
Right. He doesn't look 50 though.
No, I'm almost fucking 50. I found out the other day I'm 2 years older than Angelina Jolie.
Oh my god!
I didn't know that shit.
You guys are both anorexic.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like I look like stage 4 you.
Right. I'm like stage 400. It's like cool.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, I'm planning on eating healthier and treating my body like a temple, which is funny because like I think people started doing that in the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm doing it at the end.
I went the other way too, because when I was doing comedy when I first started out, I was vegan and super healthy, and I'll tell you right now, I ate a lot of garbage during this pandemic. Although I kind of turned it around the last couple months, less
You're out.
garbage.
You're out a lot doing the photography. See, you picked up a habit. You picked up photography was healthy. I picked up porn. I was
Nice. Well,
like,
I already had porn. Like Jesus.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I've already seen all the porn. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah,
finished clown porn, so I'm like, I've seen it all.
that's true.
No,
You
but
are
yeah, I
you
think
are
it's a great
15 years
outlet.
you are 15 years older than me, so you've seen more than me. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
hoping by the time I'm your age, I'll be done with it and I'll be actually reading books.
I started with books, so like it'll be like a
Oh my
Benjamin
God.
Button situation, a Benjamin Button of porn. Like you'll be like, I need that vintage. Let me see some knickers.
Oh, that would be cool. I could do that. Actually, to challenge myself the other day just to see if I was still cool, I jerked off without anything. No porn, no phone call with the wife where she's telling me the grocery list and I'm, you know, none of that. I just did it from memory and I felt like a schoolboy again. I was like,
Nice.
that's normal masturbation, not with, three computers up and running and, you got,
Surround headphones on and shit. Yeah,
you got,
yeah. Your VR
yeah,
goggles. Yeah. No, I got
yeah,
you.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to do that once in a while, kids out there if you're listening.
Yeah. You got your VR goggles on, headset on, you're like this. And then when you finish, you look up and the family just has been standing there watching you finish. Like, oh shit. I guess I should have done that in the bedroom.
That's why I don't wear headphones. And also, I guarantee that's happened before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but no, when you have kids, you got to be able to hear what's going on.
Well, you don't really want to because you don't want to hear their voice. I have to go in the bathroom, put in earplugs, then headphones. You know what I mean? Plug my nose. It's horrible. But it is what it is. We're trying to convince the wife to give it up a little bit more. She's in nursing school. So it's just like,
Dude, she's your wife, dude. There's like rules. You're only allowed so much.
Right. And I can't go out and cheat because I want to live with myself and be happy. You know what I mean? So
I
I'm
do.
I'm there with the phone and it's a waste of time. So you could tell I just masturbated.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, like at this point in my life, dude, it's so much easier, dude. Like just get that out of the way and then go do some other stuff. Like it removes a lot of complications from my life. I don't spend any time really, like I don't date. It doesn't interest me. Like I have no interest in like pursuing anything. Like
But
I
why?
have other
But
interests.
but why?
Because, dude, I don't know. Maybe because I fulfilled my biological imperative, dude. I have 2 adult children. I'm like, I'm good. I don't know, man. Like, just I don't know. I like the thought of chasing women seems sophomoric in my mind, and I like there's more things that I am stimulated by in my life than trying to get fucking laid, dude. Like when I see a guy in his 40s spends so much of his fucking energy just trying to hook up, I'm like, dude, like that's teenage mindset energy, dude. You're in your 40s, bro. Like, what are you trying to have more kids? Like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Like another fucking not I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't know how I ended up here in my life, but this is where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess you're not lonely, you got the hub, you got the VR goggles, you got the
Yeah.
photography. But I get what you're saying. I mean, it is hard even being married and having a young kid and a non-adult kid and do comedy. And that's
It's probably
one
hard. Well,
thing.
definitely harder for you. Like like if I was married and had fucking kids, dude, like who knows what I'd be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Like
my
I
wife,
actually, yeah, I didn't have a life when I had my kids were growing up because like I
yeah.
worked and then I took care of my kids. Like it wasn't until after they were adults that I began to like photography and comedy and all kinds of shit.
See, that's what I wanted to avoid because I want a life right now. I don't want to wait. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I'm in my 40s and like, dude, I got 25, 30 years to fucking get shit done, dude. Like I feel like, dude, I feel like I have more time than I did when I was probably your age, thinking about being my age. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm closer to 50 than 40, and I still feel like I got plenty of time to do lots of things, man.
Well, that's good to know. That's weird. When did that change? Because I'm telling you, I feel that all the time. I'm like, I'm running out of time. I gotta stop smoking weed because I think time's ending. And
well, it's once my kids were like out, like then I was like, I've been working my whole life to like pay, you know, make sure they had what they needed. And now that they're gone, like now what the fuck do I do? Oh, let's go experience life, man. Now I'm an adult and I have wisdom in ways that I didn't when I was younger. So I don't waste time with shit that I don't fucking want to waste my fucking time. You know, I go do what I want to fucking do. I challenge myself every day. I try something new every fucking day. You know, I try and change things constantly because life is constantly changing and change can suck. So I feel like if I just kind of condition myself to change, that when it hits me, I just take it in stride and just keep moving, you know?
yeah, I feel like I'm talking to like one of Joe Rogan's friends. I'm motivated right now. I'm hyped up, you know?
It's dude, and it all started when I quit drinking, dude. Like my mindset, like even the way I viewed the world, I started seeing things like not visually seeing things, but mentally, like starting at a subatomic level. You know what I mean? When you think about that, when you think about we're all made of the same shit, if I die and I decompose, you know what? I still in the universe, I exist in a matter, but in a different form. And when you think about that shit, the small things in life just don't fucking matter to you.
Wait, all that came to you when you stopped drinking?
Yeah, dude. Like my mind just fucking started racing, dude.
Whoa, did it
took
make you
about
want
a year.
Did it make you want to drink again?
Okay, so check it. Like I've been drinking since like a teenager, dude. So this is the first time in my adult life that I've had like a long-term sobriety. Like after about a year, my brain functioned in a way that it had never functioned before in my adult life. I started to be able to speed read. There was some fucking weird shit going on, dude. My brain, I'm able to like multitask in ways. That's why I can do photography. I can do filmmaking. I'm thinking about the script of this. I'm thinking about the shot of that. I'm thinking about this comedy bit here. I'm thinking about what I have to cook for work tomorrow. And my brain just files through it. And I just keep moving and just, yeah, dude.
Sounds like you dropped alcohol and picked up Adderall. No, I know.
Dude, if I took Adderall, I'd probably be like, I don't know if I'm like ADD where it's just making me like, huh? You know?
Yeah, no. I just you got so much going on. I'm like jealous because I can't focus on that many things. But
well, see, I'm like, I focus on one thing for a little bit and then I'm like, and then I go to the next thing, I'm like, and I go to the next thing. And then eventually come back around to that thing and work on that one a little more. Meanwhile, subconsciously, it's been working. Like I've woken up from dreams and like remembered where I left something. I mean, woken up in the morning and remembered where I left something or fucking solved an issue that I was having first thing in the morning.
Sounds like you were drinking a lot.
At the end, not so much, but I was at a point in my life where I was drinking a handle a day, dude, where like there was probably no point in my waking life where I was under the legal limit.
Holy shit.
I mean, on top of that, I was taking like Norcos and fucking Oxy and shit. I took them like every day for like 10 years, dude.
Oh, me too, brother. Oh, it was
and then
fire of the fire.
Quit, you know. And now like when I take them for pain and stuff, like I can feel like a mental suppression. I can't think as clearly, and I tend to get a little irritated and edgy and almost angry.
I remember they had an intervention for me because I couldn't put the pills down. And I remember I used to crush them up and snort them. And I remember like midway through the intervention, it was so boring. I just crushed up a pill and snorted it.
Damn, dude.
Well, I knew I was going. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I started taking them all. I was like, fuck it. You know, because
they
were like, you can go like leave here and just like go be homeless, or you can like go get help and we'll support you. And trust me, bro, it was like a pause for like 10 minutes. I was like,
Dude,
homeless.
I get it. Like, well, the thing is, like, for me, it was like that's like, it's like a life raft. Like, that's sitting there, and as soon as you grab it and take it, like once it kicks in, you're like, okay, now I can handle whatever's going on. You know what I mean? Like I used to, but I was like a kind of functioning, totally because like I would wake up in the morning and take one, you know what I mean, with some vodka, and then like and it gave me energy. Like I take one before work, and I'd be going.
With coffee, I used to take like 5 of them, 5 of the yellows, the Norcos. I was up and going, but then you crash always. And like you said, eventually it snowballs, at least for me, where it's like, for me, I was ripping off drug dealers, stealing money from people. It's like eventually you're taking so much, you're not even really enjoying it. You're just using it to numb yourself.
It's maintenance. Yeah.
So I wish I was the type of person with those kind of things where I can, and I know people like that. Well, let's take ketamine on the weekend. Yeah. I'm not that type of person, but I do like Mary Jane, and I'm drinking a little champagne right now. No harm. Gotta support the French. No one else does.
Yeah, no, I don't have an issue with drinking. Like I enjoyed it. It was good, but like I just don't need it anymore. Like, dude's a comic. I'm in a bar all the fucking time. Dude, I was a bartender for like 20 years, man. Like even after I quit drinking, I was still bartending.
Yeah, and it's more like I get frustrated myself with the beer at comedy because of money, and then you don't want to drink after having a couple beers. All I need is a DUI. Dude.
Oh yeah. I got one in like 2000.
Dude, I had a wake-up call the other day. I haven't told any. I told Zach Zimmerman and a couple other comedians right after it happened. We were in a little group chat. So I don't know. I got millions.
About to go on podcasts. So.
I know. I got millions of views on here. Grandma, mom, aunt, uncle. No, they don't give a fuck. They think I'm psycho. They don't listen. So basically, I'm driving. I'm on the phone. A cop is hiding. I had just finished, allegedly, partaking in the Mary Jane festivities. And I knew he was going to pull me over. There was a car behind me, and I knew he was going to pull me over, and I saw 7-Eleven. I pulled in the 7-Eleven parking lot thinking, hey, it's like, you can't touch me here. Like, remember Free Zone and Tag? You can't touch me here, right? And he parked right behind me, and I got the spray. And I threw the pipe and the bags of weed under the seat. Okay, I put down all the windows, right?
Dude, it's legal. I just act like I don't know. My car always smells like this.
Listen, he comes up and he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I was honest. I was like, because I was on the phone. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, why does your car smell like marijuana? And I was like, right there, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. And I was like, marijuana? I smoke, but not marijuana. And he goes, do you smoke cigarettes? I was like, yeah. And he's like, do you smoke cigarettes with marijuana in it?
It's not stupid.
And I was like, and then he went back to go check my license, and everything's flashing in my head like, you're gonna get a DWI, or they had marijuana.
They can't prove it though. They can't prove you're smoking at the time.
Hang on. All these things going through my head. There's a homeless guy in an abandoned car to the right at me, and he's looking at me like I'm fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Okay? He's got his dick in his hand like, you're fucked, and he's got like jelly and peanut butter on his like naked chest. Like, dude, if that guy's saying I'm fucked, right? And I'm looking, he's checking, and he's using like an iPad, and he's like fucking the cop, he's like going over my license. I'm like, dude, this guy's calling my mom, he's calling my Aunt Sally, right? And I told myself right there and then, I was like, I'm never smoking and driving. Okay. He comes up to the door and he gives me this thing to sign. He's like, I'm giving you a ticket for being on the phone. Sign this. And I sign it. And I looked at him. I was like, thank you. Like, thank you. Because I really thought I was going to be in trouble for the pot. And
I think it's too hard.
And I can't afford that. You know what I
I
mean?
just think they can't prove it. I think until they have like a test to say whether you're on it right now, they can't prove that shit.
So the other thing too is when he was talking to me before he checked his license, I forgot this part. He goes, like, when was the last time you smoked? And I said, oh, I smoked at my house like before I went to work. Because allegedly I was in a work car. I work with my cousin. He listens to this. He's gonna be pissed. Sorry, Sean. And he goes, you're not supposed to like get in the car afterwards. I was like, well, it was like an hour, and I was like, I barely hit. I was like doing this to the cup. I was like, I barely hit it. And yeah, like I said, he let me go, but like I was shitting my pants, dude.
And next time, tell him, oh, I sit in my car on my lunch break and smoke. Tell him that.
That I what?
Sit in your car on your lunch break and smoke. It still smells like that from lunch. I go out to my car at lunch, smoke, and go back to work. You never drive.
Yeah, but I was driving at the time.
So what I'm saying is like it smelled like it because I smoked at noon in my car at work.
I know. I just, yeah. It's
all good. It didn't happen. You're good. Right?
But it was a wake-up call, I'll tell you that, because I got cocky. Okay, dude. I had like 5 bags in my hand because I'm the type of guy that likes to do sativa and indica because that messes you up. And I was packing it. I got a Slurpee in my hand.
I do it every day.
I got that hat with the propeller on it. I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. And
Big old sucker.
Yeah. I had the Abba Zaba. You know what I mean? I got 2 tickets to Great America. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But also, I think, it's like, I don't know if you've heard this. It was from a superheroes movie. With great power comes great responsibility.
I don't know if you've ever heard. Are you fucking kidding me right
now? And that's
I'm like
how you get
7 years old.
Hey, that's how you gotta treat smoking and driving. That's all I gotta say.
No, I do it. On my way home from work every fucking day. I'm like every my steering wheel loading the ball as I'm driving.
Every cop is
smoking.
Okay, Jacob Blaser
on the freeway.
No, I know, but they have no way of proving it. You're right. Now
that's what I'm saying. Like
they're working on.
That's why I'd be like, oh, I smoked during lunch. It must still smell like that. I go out to my car at lunchtime at work and smoke. Yeah, no, I haven't yet.
Well, and here's my whole thing is like, I smoke so much, it doesn't affect me like someone that smokes at a party.
Yeah, no, I don't get stoned. I mean? I don't get stoned. I just don't.
Yeah, my eyes weren't red. They were like right now. I think that's why he didn't take me in or, repossess my penis or something, because my eyes were white,
And you were white,
and I was white. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Dude,
that helps a lot.
I think I thought about that too, and I was like, and I shouldn't feel guilty about this. I'm grateful for being white.
Well, see, I don't know. I don't know. I like, it is what it is. It's not, to me, it just happened. I didn't have any fucking control over it, But like for me, like when people talk about white privilege and the police, and what I've seen, because I grew up in shitty neighborhoods, so I was like minority. We're all mixed, you know what I mean?
Right,
we're all just poor. It doesn't matter what
right.
fucking color you are. You don't have any fucking money.
Right.
Benefit of the doubt. That's the biggest white privilege, dude. Because they don't. Cop walks up, he doesn't instantly think you're a fucking criminal or a threat. That's the benefit of the doubt that we get as white people that most minorities don't get.
And I think society plays a role on that. Don't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many factors. There's economic factors. There's socioeconomic. And like a huge one is like, if you think about it, it's cultural differences. Like white people, they don't understand Black culture and it scares the fucking shit out of them. You know what I mean?
That's it. Also, a lot of white people are lame. You know what I mean? Who wants to arrest a lame person?
Yeah,
I don't know. They say it's the rap. They say it's the rap videos. They say it's, portraying Black people as gangsters in movies. I mean, I think it's a combination of everything. Listen, I think maybe there's been one Black serial killer I mean, us white people are fucked up. I think we just hide it more. I think black people are more in the open, like, yeah, motherfucker, what are you gonna do about it? You know, look at the hood. I'm gonna be me. And white people are like, oh shit, there's a cop. Okay, hide your problems. Hide your problems. Okay, yes, I'm fine. Black people are like, I got motherfucking rights. It's America. And people, authority figures do not like that at all.
No, that's what it's about. Yeah, they don't like being challenged. Like that's what a lot of that is. They're like cops, like you do what I say, and that's what it is. It's like I hate that fucking attitude. But you know what? I grew up as a teenager getting fucked with the cops. Like I hated that, but they have a fucking gun, dude. And like legit, no matter what, the cop's word is always gonna be taken over yours. So he can just make shit up and take you to fucking jail. I knew that as a teenager. Like, he can lie and say you did something, and they're all gonna believe him. Nobody's gonna fucking believe you. You know what I'm saying? So at any point, a cop can just take you to jail.
And as sad as it is, I think people need to fucking realize that you need to be compliant with the cops and say yes, sir, and all this, just so you don't have to fucking deal with them. Because A, you don't know who's a cool cop, and you don't know who's a fucking dickhead cop. So why just comply? It's the system. If you don't like the system, go fucking protest or do something about it. You know what I mean?
They're legit kind of like a gang. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's like the cartel.
Them,
it's like the cartel.
Cues, man. Like if you throw a long fucking sign, dude, they'll fucking lock you up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to fuck around. Like you have to watch yourself. They're a fucking gang, dude. That's why people are scared of them, you know?
Well, my whole thing too is I couldn't imagine being a black guy confident with a big wang being pulled over by a white cop with a receding hairline and a little wang saying, listen, you were on your phone.
No, so he wouldn't say listen on your phone. He's gonna be like, get on the ground, put your hands out the window. You know, it's not like it's a different.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
Looking, like he's screaming at the top of his lungs with the gun drawn. You know,
I was actually trying to think of how to proceed with the act out because I didn't want to say the wrong things.
Yeah,
but basically, you're absolutely right, and it's funny, two white guys talking about it, solving the police.
Yeah, two bald white guys, right?
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I got a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you shaved it, so that's close enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Crazy. You know, one thing I heard, the get out tickets, if any, like people that get bothered by the cops, you might want to look into this. You can get these like stickers that say like you support the police or something.
Oh yeah. Well, that only works to a certain fucking extent, dude. Yeah, no, I know the firefighter sticker is supposed to be like the same fucking thing, but like if you fucking drive like a maniac, you can get fucking pulled over. Like
if I was a drug dealer and if I like to break rules, I would get the flag with the black line through it up there, right? I would get like pro cop stuff. Yeah.
Do,
bro, that's legit. What I'm saying.
Tinted windows so he can't see.
I don't think people put the effort in to cover up their doings.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Like I'll tell you right now, like when I bought I own a silver Toyota. Like a cop's not gonna look at my fucking car unless I make him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not driving like a little red car. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving like a silver Japanese model car, dude. Probably the most common fucking car. No rims, no lowered, nothing to draw attention to myself. So that when I'm going 80 next to a fucking Charger that's going 80, he's gonna get fucking pulled over. I'm not.
Hang on, something's about to fall here. If you have a red or yellow car, don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed and drive. Don't do anything because you're a fucking stop sign. They're gonna see you, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I don't know. If I learn anything from serial killers, it's, you know, blend in, you know?
Yes, 100%. That's what I try and do, you know?
Yeah, totally, man. When I take a big shit in a public restroom, I'm like a serial killer when I leave that place. I'm acting like I've never been there before. I'm looking around. All right.
No, see, now I'm the opposite. See, when I come out, I'm just like I just came out of my premiere. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, you're
celebrating.
proud.
Like you're like, yeah. Like I hope you all enjoyed the work that I have done. You know.
Yeah, but
that's just
see,
how I
I
roll.
can see that because you're small and skinny people shits don't smell. But if you've ever smelled a fat guy shit that should be on diabetes medicine that has an alcohol problem,
Right. He's like, I think I cracked the toilet. Like,
bro. One time, do you remember Circuit City?
uh-huh.
I was at a Circuit City with my dad. I was probably about 11 years old, maybe 12. It doesn't matter. I'm fucking in the Circuit City, and Circuit City sometimes they try to be like Japan, where they're like, let's make it where you can't find any of the entrances and everything blends in,
Like a
and let's be real
casino.
tech. Yes. And I'm a chubby kid, okay? And chubby kids randomly have to take fat shits out of the blue. Okay, and I cannot find a bathroom. I'm like all over the place. I'm like, yanking on a Japanese woman's dress, like, help me find the bathroom. She's like, get away, you fat piece of shit. I cannot find a bathroom. My dad's obsessed with TVs. He always was. TV. And so I have to go, and it's like it's gonna come out now. I'm like a woman in labor. It's gonna pop out now. We gotta go. You're a
Like a
taxi cab
prairie
driver.
dog.
You're delivering. You're a taxi cab driver. I don't care. You're
You're
delivering.
prairie dogging, bro.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I finally find the bathroom, and it was one of those. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I run into the bathroom, and I know I'm not gonna make it. So like I see the toilet in the stall, and I pull down my pants, and at the same time, one of the best moves I've ever done, dancing, basketball, anything, I turn my body and at the same time pull my pants up and spray.
It's like you aimed. I got you.
I aimed, but I didn't aim on the toilet. It sprayed the wall. It sprayed the back of the toilet so much where I didn't even need to sit on the toilet. Everything's covered. It looked like someone grabbed a
Like the
big.
bathroom from what is that movie? Desperado. You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Where they have to go in the hidden door, and it's just like
Right. It was like that. You ever get like a gallon of paint and you throw it against the wall, right? It looked like
a
that.
Jackson Pollock painting. You're saying,
Right. No, but thicker than a Jackson Pollock painting. I mean, if Jackson Pollock was 400 pounds, that would be. Anyways, so I'm disgusted with myself. I'm embarrassed, and it's like someone could come into this bathroom any moment. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get the fuck out. I'm like a serial killer, and there's blood everywhere. Like I gotta get the fuck out of here, And
you
so
just
like,
vandalized.
dude, yeah, I just fucking wiped my ass. I threw the toilet paper like against the wall, like not even the toilet. I'm like, fuck it, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And I go wash my hands real quick because I'm not a fucking animal, right? And as I'm as I'm walking out the door, the fucking janitor, fucking Jose, comes in. And I'm walking in, he's walking up. And to this day, fucking 20 years later, 15 years later, whatever it is, I'm a mathematician. I think about, did that guy quit his job when he walked in there with the mop and shit? You know what I mean? Or did he clean it up because he's got a family? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Jose's kids are not eating because I fucking sprayed the wall.
Like I would have said I quit. I don't know how people do those jobs. Can I tell you, they say, oh, nurses, doctors, they're the heroes of COVID. They're the heroes of whatever. Guess what? Firefighters, guess what? The people that clean bathrooms, truck stop bathrooms, Circuit City bathrooms with kids with IBS, those guys are the heroes. I don't know how you can do that fucking job.
No, I got you one better, believe it or not. Where I work, assisted living facilities. These people have to clean up after these people shit themselves. Most of them are wearing diapers, so you have to like change adults. You have to shower them. Shower adults and clean the shit off of them.
That's horrible.
Sometimes they paint the walls. Sometimes, it's pretty rough. They'll walk around with the turd in their hand, kind of thing. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
You know what? You're right. You're right on that. I'll give those people.
Don't get me wrong, dude. I cleaned bathrooms at a Walmart in Fresno, dude. overnight, dude. Yeah, dude. I was a fucking janitor at Walmart in fucking Fresno, California, dude.
That sounds
and
like
the grossest shit I ever seen came out of a Walmart bathroom, man.
I believe that, and that sounds like a challenge on a TV show. Like, remember that Mike
Fear
Road?
Factor, baby.
No,
Yeah.
dirtiest jobs. Like, I feel like
Yes.
we're going to Fresno where there's a bunch of fat people live. Like, there's so much fatness in
Dude,
Fresno.
like this, like, okay, I remember one time cleaning with this guy. Like, he goes into a stall, he comes out, he's like, look at what I found. Like, look at underwear like that, just not the right color, you know.
Ugh, not sexy
Also,
at
like
all.
right now, after cleaning bathrooms, women's bathroom are way messier than men's bathroom.
Get
Women
out
are
of here.
nasty,
No
bro.
way. No
Way.
way.
Big fucking way, dude. Little unknown secret, bro. Women are way nastier in public restrooms than men. Like, okay, you go in there to stall. They have what's called a sanitary bin.
Right.
There's nothing sanitary about that fucking bin, bro. Like, it's fucking gross, dude. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you, I remember one time working with this kid. I was telling the story how like a worker found like in one of those bins found like an aborted fetus in one of those bins once, and like 2 days later he was like cleaning one out and he lifted the lid and the hinge squeaked and he thought it was a baby cry and he came screaming out of the bathroom. It was the funniest fucking thing I ever seen. He thought there was a baby in there because it squeaked. The hinge squeaked.
I don't blame that guy. I would have post-traumatic stress disorder.
He didn't find one actually ever. I just told him the story about it happening one time. Not even at that one.
I got
like
you.
It happened in like fucking Florida, you know, where all that crazy shit happens, you know.
Right.
And just to kind of like give a colorful story about Walmart bathrooms, you know. And so like it must have been on his mind because he heard that squeak the first thing he thought it was a fucking baby. I'm like, dude, there's no baby in here, dude.
Horrible. I had never thought about what's in that bin. Of course, every time I'm in a woman's bathroom, I'm hiding with the camera. You know what I mean? I'm never looking in the bin.
Yeah, every time I'm there, I'm doing cocaine. So like,
right. You know, it's funny though. I remember being in a woman's bathroom, and it had a couch in it. And I was like, no way a couch could survive in a man's bathroom.
Well, men wouldn't sit on a fucking couch in the bathroom. We're not chilling. We don't go in groups, bro, and then have two sit down while one does her makeup in the mirror. We don't do that kind of shit. So we don't need fucking benches.
I hate the group thing. Dude, I'm fucking at work. This guy, he recognized my shoes and he went in the stall next to me and started talking to me. I'm like, dude, when I shit, I want it private. And then when you come sit down, whenever I hear someone come sit down, even if I'm not done, I'm out of there because I don't want to hear or smell yours. Mine's fine, but I don't want to smell or hear yours. I don't want to chit chat about fucking sister, or Fresh Bell Air. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get out of there. I don't know if you noticed that.
People. I like to stick my hand underneath, like one whole hands. Or I'll like pretend to talk on the phone, like, no, I want you to fucking kill the guy. I want him dead. I want him fucking murdered.
You do kind of look, you look like a guy that runs like a villain ring. Like you hire hitmen. You know what I mean?
Or I am a hitman. Like,
oh my fucking God, you're him. I've been doing this podcast with the hitman guy the whole time.
Yeah, I'm Agent 69.
Oh my God, I fucking knew it. And that's a great number, by the way. Hard position. Let me tell you, when you're bigger, it's a little hard.
You know what? It doesn't live up to the hype, bro. Personally.
No, you're in solitude. You don't care about
like
you know what? I could see you because you're so busy with life. And I could see this totally, and I'm not being mean or anything. I could see you with a doll, a robotic doll. Because you could still do everything you need to do. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm thinking about it. You could do everything you need to do while still satisfying needs. You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't waste my money on it. But like, dude, my hand works fine, bro.
But what if you had the money?
I'd probably spend on something else.
Like, okay, would you rather have a sex doll or a PS5?
Oh, PS5, 100%, dude.
Okay. No, I feel you on that.
I would
Like,
use the PS5 more.
yeah, no, yeah, I get that. Plus, it's kind of creepy. Where do you store it? You gotta put it in the corner, and then you wake up like someone's staring at me. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually have a wardrobe right here that would probably fit in, but
Oh yeah, that would work for sure. But it's
yeah,
little, it's you
that
be
thing's like
sleep.
100 years old.
It'd scare the shit out of you. It'd be like the head to be sticking out by accident, and you'd wake up like, oh my god, someone in my room. Like it's too much.
I would probably try and program it to try and kill someone anyway. So like,
Well, of course, you would have to do that.
well, I mean, at least attempt it.
I expect that from the Hitman. Hitman 69. You got to do
Nothing
that.
less. Nothing less.
So you got a new room in Pacifica.
Yes. We got. I have. So I partnered up with Jimmy Maniz. Do you know Jimmy?
Yeah. Love Jimmy.
So we're partners basically in this. We have a production company. We actually have a number of different shows, but they're like in different development based on counties, and
Right.
we have a nice big show in Lodi. Like we did one. I think it was October. Like it was like a little over 200 people. It was like a really good venue. We had Bubbles Brown.
Yeah, Larry Bubbles. Yeah, he's killer.
Yeah. So that we have that one. That one will be coming up soon. We have a show in Sonora they're moving location, so we're waiting for that to come through.
Game room.
Yeah,
the game room.
So they have a new, bigger location. So we're waiting to see that. April, we have a room in Hayward.
Oh, the Vikings
Motorcycle Club. Okay. Yeah, that one starts in April.
I almost did that room, but I decided to go shit my pants instead. It was pretty intimidating.
Well, yeah. Oh no, it's not.
It's not. The bikers are cool. The bikers are cool.
Yeah, dude. Like they're just fucking guys, dude. It's not an HA club.
They're not just fucking guys. They're bikers. They're intimidating.
I'm not intimidated. I don't know. I'm not scared of like.
Oh, I'm not either. But my asshole got a little. No, when I went there, I was newer in comedy, and I saw my buddy Jordan go up there, and a guy wanted to murder him. He's like, "Meet me outside," and I was like, "You know what? I think my wife just called me. I'm gonna go." Like, I think I was like a couple after him. Now I'd go in there and be like, "I'd fuck your wife." I try to fight him. You know what I mean? I'm an animal. But when I'm new and I got one,
well, that's a mistake because those guys don't fight alone.
No, I know. I'm just saying I'll take on the whole group. I'll take the whole group on now. But when I first started, I had one joke. My confidence, it was like when I was 12 and didn't know how to talk to females. You know what I mean? Now I feel like a couple of years I've banged a little bit. I've done some stuff, and I feel like my confidence is a little higher. I've had the gigs in the past where a lady was like, "You can't say that," and I was like, "Suck my dick, fuck you." You know what I mean? You need those gigs. You need those awkward occurrences.
See, I don't really have that. Like, rarely do people tell me I can't say something. I don't know. I've been told I have an unapproachable look, and I can be intimidating in my look. So people tend not to challenge me a whole lot,
But you don't say the N-word on stage, so yeah.
Well, no, that's
I know.
That's probably not a good idea, especially with the way that I look.
Right. You could say you're albino.
No, I don't think so. But see, I don't do racial humor. I talk about my kids. I talk about not having sex. I talk about fucking masturbating. I talk, about traveling. Yeah, like, so that's just not my lane,
So I have a joke about my wife being Latina. That's the only time I get racial is when I talk about her and her Latina-ness. You know what I mean? Because I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really date Latinas. I didn't.
Well, I get it. I mean, it's a culture difference, and you're like, this is a different culture to me. I get that. That's understandable.
So I have one joke though, where I say I let my wife pick the venue where we want to get married. She's Latina. She said she wanted to get married at Home Depot, so her family could be there. Okay. And just same reaction you have right now. People are like, so a lot of people laugh. And then I go like, everyone wore orange. We had the guns. And I said, she was so sweet. She let me pick the reception when we had the after party. I picked Walmart so my family could be there. You know what I
And
mean? It's got
does it bring the crowd back around?
exactly.
See, that's cool because I do the same thing. Like I have a joke where like nobody told me my daughter would grow up and take it in the ass from some guy I can't stand. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, I go, kid yourself all you want. She's gonna suck a dick. And then they're like, well, I guess he's got a point. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then unless she's a lesbian, she could be a cunning linguist,
Right.
But then I go around and go like, it doesn't matter. Like I'm such a supportive dad that even if she's a porn star, I'd be like, look at the way she owns that dick though. That's my I'm not like denigrating her. I love her no matter what, and that's kind of like what I'm bringing out. But so I bring everybody around,
I get that. That's sometimes our points in comedy are muffled by people not realizing that we're joking. We're saying horrible things because we're joking, and that's kind of not horrible things, but things that are out there, an exaggeration. Obviously, you're not gonna be watching the video of your daughter getting fucked by dudes on porn and being like, "That's my girl." You're still gonna support her, but you're not gonna watch the video. The joke is you watch the video and you're like, "Yeah, that's my girl." You know what I mean? And like I used to have a joke and it get laughs. Now I don't really do anymore, but like I was trying to get to the point of my wife is so loyal that I could push her down a hill and she'd roll right back to me because I've put her through so much and I'm shocked about how she's still with me. I mean, she's like the most loyal person I know. I mean, if I set her on fire, she'd say, "Hey, can you put me out and then let's talk?" I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So
it's so funny.
I get it.
What you're talking about saying offensive things, like one of the comics that I think like does the same thing as Bill Burr. He'll make an outrageous statement. Yeah. And then he'll kind of explain his point of view on it, and he brings the audience around to kind of like, okay, I get what you mean by what you say. You know what I mean? Like he has that joke. He's like, a woman doesn't deserve to get hit. He's like, you should never hit a woman, but that's not say she doesn't deserve to get hit. Like, right. Or he starts it out as like, I don't believe a woman doesn't deserve to get hit. And I was like, oh, really? He's like, you shouldn't hit her, but doesn't mean she doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he goes on to tell. And I just was reading, listening to like a podcast thing with him, and he said the same thing. Is like, okay, what we're saying is offensive, but we're trying to be funny. It's not always like we don't always nail it, but that's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you?
You have to, or it's no bueno.
If you're too serious, it's no bueno, like you said. And here's the other thing: if you can make the audience realize that this is comedy, we're joking, I think it works. Yeah. But I think if people think, oh my God, this guy's serious, you can make people believe that even have a comedy show. Kind of like when we first met, I was doing a lot of jokes that weren't really falling on me. And I remember you told me, make sure the egg falls on you. You know what I mean? Make sure it falls on your face.
You're the butt of the joke. Don't make, yeah.
Because you can go make fun of someone they don't know, and they're like, and then they're like, okay, well, what makes you so special? You know what I mean? You don't want that elitist. What is it? Elitist. Yeah. Elitist. You know what I mean? So, anyways, he has that. He likes to dig himself out of a hole.
I like to do the same thing. Like talking about my daughter doing anal. People like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I want to dig myself out. You know what I'm saying?
And I think like as you do comedy more, I've noticed I've kind of done that too. Like sometimes I'll just open up and start talking about the porn I like and just go real dirty for the beginning. And people are laughing. They're like, and I'm not holding back. I used to look at people.
That's what I found.
I don't hold back because I used to look at people's reaction and kind of go, oh, people like this. You cannot do that. I almost like black out up there.
Me, you know what? I was just telling somebody else this the other day. It's like when I'm on stage, I'm like, I'm not really doing it for them. I'm kind of like doing it for me. And if they laugh, then that's good. But I'm really trying to make myself better so that outcome's there, but it's just kind of like incidental. It's weird like that. You know what I mean?
I rather
Where like if I'm bombing, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Like
if
because as long I'm getting something out of this, I'm learning shit from it. And I think it's funny when other people bomb. So I think it's kind of funny when I bomb. So
well, and when you bomb too, it's just an indicator that you gotta figure out your fucking jokes.
Exactly. Or like sometimes there's such thing as a bad crowd when you're like, I know this joke kills. When you go to your heavy hitters and you can't get a laugh, like fuck this crowd. You know what I mean? This is just ridiculous. But then through that, if you can work through like thinking that's funny, you can break through that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
I try not to blame the crowd. I know what you're talking about. I've had the crowds where they're like not into it or too cold, especially nowadays outdoor shows, or maybe they're too cold or something, and they're just kind of watching you like TV. They're enjoying it, but you can't really tell because they're not really laughing. My whole thing is I'm gonna go hard and then ask questions later. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
See, and that for me, like I learned like not too long in, it's like confidence is everything. You show like you don't believe in you're like, are you sure you guys are all right with that joke? If you have that look, you lost audience, dude. Like you need I say my shit with no fucking regrets, man. This is what I'm fucking saying. And if you don't like it, well, that's too bad. I'm gonna say something else later, so don't fucking worry about it. Like I like the same level of confidence whether they're laughing or not. I just don't give a shit. I just do what I do.
And when you do that, Jacob, you like it will reveal that the crowds are most likely as cool as we are, where they're like accepting. I did like an Andrew Cuomo kind of like riff, and people were like really into it, like more than I thought, because he's kind of in the news and people don't really like him right now. But my whole joke was like, what do you expect? This guy's fucking Italian. You ever met an Italian guy? They're grabbing your wife's ass, kissing on the neck, like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Why don't you just fuck her? You know what I mean? So and they were into it. They're like, yeah, I love that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like outrageously into it. I was like, this is comedy crowd. This is a comedy crowd. So when you get those crowds, just like you could talk about whatever, and that is the best.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm getting some shows together in here. I got Retro Junkie Wednesday. Wednesday.
I saw that.
Me and Dave Coker.
I want to get on that show, motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing. It's like a trial run.
I gotta make show coming up.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I get people there. Why the fuck would this guy want a comedy show if no one's there? You know what I mean? So we'll get you on. I've been telling a couple people like we'll get you on. It's just like I want to make sure people show up. I got like 15 people of my own showing up for the show. You know what I mean? Which is hard. I don't know.
I try to explain to you. You gotta let's build. You got to build it. It can take 6 months. It can take a fucking year. But if you build it right, you can create a sustainable venue. You know what I mean? Like it just takes time.
If you build it, they come, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah. I know.
Are we talking about sex robots again?
No, we're talking about my wife.
What's so funny is like while we were talking, I just got a text message. I got the dates on the game room in April sometime. We got a couple of dates options. So we'll be starting that shit up next month.
The game room was interesting. I've got some stories about the game room.
It is. Did you ever been there like pre-COVID indoors?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is an interesting
room. The crowd was all right. You ever get like a packed crowd there?
Not packed.
Yeah.
I've seen it busy, but then the portion of the people actually paying attention to you is not all the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fun.
I've had good sets there, but
it's a fun little road trip, and I believe you should be able to do comedy anywhere, and don't just do it in San Francisco. I hear some of these.
I almost never go there anymore, just because like it's a pain in the ass to get and see. But like, be honest with you, like I'm getting booked like so many other places. Like,
all right, guy.
I'm not getting booked in San Francisco, so like. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I hit a guy up in San Francisco, this booker, and he legitly went, "You're not a fit for the show." And I was like, I know I've gained some weight, but like I promise I can, fit a little bit.
Yeah,
but no,
we're more like a schmedium.
they're very like, what are your credits? Were you at the last BML rally? What's your new bits? Are they smart? Are they, you know what I mean? It's not about being funny. It's about the clicks. It's about, oh, do you know so and so at
No, I
Don't
like
Tell? Who do
no,
you know at
I get
Comedy
and that's San
Central?
Francisco,
Yeah, it's very
and I
fake.
well, see, it's so funny because like when I first started out, the guy that like was helping me out as my partner, he told me early on, I was like, dude, a lot of this business is about who you know.
Yeah.
And I found that to be very, very true. But I mean, like, I've heard like I heard a podcast long ago about like comics that have been around for. They're talking about, and he was talking about, okay, so like never, almost never are you like a feature and or some like opener and some famous dude plucks you and takes you on the road and that's how you become your thing. He's like, usually if you're gonna make it, it's because one of the guys you've been working with for years makes it and he brings the people he knows. Like if you get a job, he's like, I need some writers. I know these people are funny. I'm gonna bring these people in because I know them. I know their comedy. I know they're funny, so I trust their voice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes
oftentimes
sense.
it's the people you work with over the years that you end up making it with.
No, that makes sense. And I know going into this from listening to podcasts before I started comedy that it's gonna take time. And I'm willing to put the time in. That's what kind of helps my sanity. If I'm not booked on a bunch of gigs, I'm like, they'll come. Maybe I need to put some more work in, sending emails, but the gigs will come. If people don't think I'm funny enough yet, I will be funny enough for them. I will get
At some
booked.
point, yeah. Just
At
keep
some point, I
grinding,
will.
man. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Just like
And and
keep
find the people like Jimmy Maniz for you. Find the people that believe in you. I got one lady up in Sacramento. I think she's drunk half the time. She thinks I'm funny. She's booking me on stuff.
you're headlining. I saw that.
I've headlined 3 times.
That's
I
great.
didn't. Dude, I never thought I could, and I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I never thought I could do the time.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
I get that 100%. What do you
Yeah,
do? 25?
30.
Oh
I
shit.
well, the first time
Like
I
I
had,
don't
yeah, the
I
first time I
dude, if
headlined was
I
like
could do 30,
34.
I'd be stretching and filling like
Well,
I got 20. That's it.
you
Like
got no, you got enough stuff. See,
I could
that's what I
fill,
thought
but like
too.
dude, all right. So like a couple weeks ago I did Pete has a show in San Jose, Vito's Pizza.
Vito's, yeah.
Yeah, good crowd. So he does 2 back-to-back shows, 7 and 9. Well, it's the same fucking crowd at both shows.
Oh
So he
shit.
gives you 10 minutes. So I'd done it before. I knew I went up and I did one block of like my dating life and like
Yeah.
traveling, and then my second block was all about my kids. So I had really fucking good night. But there were some people who like they had 10 minutes, but they didn't have another 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fuck, I know. I want to do that gig. He's like, I got a lot of people on the list. I'm like, great. But that sounds amazing.
yeah.
That sounds like that made you
Pete's
better.
another one that he's my boy. We're headed up to Savage Henry in May.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I'm doing San Diego to be like a week and a half. We're going down to San Diego, got a show.
Oh my God. You're just
Yeah.
tearing it up.
Yeah, I'm starting to book again. Like,
yeah,
dude, I just
like,
got my second dose of the vaccine on Saturday, dude. By April 1st, dude, I'll do indoor shows.
oh, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I know. I better get my vaccine because people are inviting me to only vaccinated parties. And I'm like,
I didn't
here's
even know
my,
that was a thing.
yeah, it is a thing. And I think it's a dickhead thing because if everyone's vaccinated there and I'm not, what's it fucking matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I get you.
And that comedian invite, Jesus Christ, it's a huge drink. You know, you live in the valley when you could buy a drink like that. That is a friend. Are you in Tracy?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
moving though. I think I'm moving to Stockton.
Oh, right. You said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to get shot 9 times, right?
Dude, I lived in some fucked up neighborhoods. The only thing I'm a little worried about is my son. I don't know how he
Yeah.
will deal with it. But
Isn't
like
that funny?
once again, dude, I don't look like a mark, dude. I don't look like a guy you kind of want to fuck with. I mean, I'm just lucky that way. I got that resting dick face. You know what I mean? I look.
You look like an
And
IT guy. Like if I was a gangster, I'd be like, IT guy, get over here. I got a question. I don't want to shoot you. I just got a question.
I look someone like one of the roast jokes I do, it look like if a biker club had a librarian.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like that. Or like a
yeah.
jail librarian.
Or IT for like a motorcycle gang. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's a
like that.
good one. I have another one I've been working because I do that with my kids. They roast me. I look like a room temperature Steve Austin.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, I like it.
Hey kids, roast me. Make me help me with jokes and also make me kind of feel like shit, but also
No, well,
I know.
I wrote the jokes, but what I
I
do
know.
instead of I know I look like, I go, my
Right.
kids like to make fun of me, so
Right.
that way I'm the butt of the fucking joke, and I'm also
Right.
a dad. You know what I mean? So it endears me to the audience, which go because like I show up and I look kind of like this, or like, what is this guy? But meanwhile, my kids just fucking make fun of me. And I'm like, oh, I look like Dr. Venture, and like the crowd's all, oh yeah, I see that, and I connect with them, and that it really helps me.
We're gonna wrap it up here in a minute, but I want to go off of that. It's funny how things that maybe we would have been embarrassed about or upset about, now we use as ammo in comedy, and it's like I have so many small dick jokes. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's like the 8 Mile. It's like fucking like Eminem. He goes up, he says all the fucking shit about himself. Be Rabbit. He's like, yeah,
oh,
you know,
that's
I
a good
live in a
point.
trailer park, and he's like, what are you gonna fucking say now? I already said it all. But you can't talk shit now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I've never thought about that because a lot of times I go up and usually make fun of myself right off the bat. I think it kind of helps maybe a little bit with the hecklers. And then you can kind of go in your material like, oh, this guy's he does know he's a fat retard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
I can't
helps,
call him a
man.
fat retard. He already called himself a fat retard. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, you took the
Right.
line. You know, like, yeah, and shut
Well,
him down ahead of time.
and
Yeah.
I think that helps with the rowdy crowds because that's what I'm used to doing, the bar crowds, the rowdy crowds, which I like because you can get extremely dirty. You know,
Me
I
too.
just
I mean,
I
those are majority of my shows I do. Like, I don't do club shows really. Um, but you know, like I did the have you done the Valley Inn, Jeff's room yet?
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I did it.
I saw you there. You left early. You went up first,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you
Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
left.
No, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
seeing you. Know. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like I did it. Like the last time I did last Thursday, and there was a drunk dude. Like even before I went up, I could see him. Like he had that fucking 1,000 yard stare. Where like if somebody said something
yeah,
wrong, he was gonna try and fight him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like he tried to pipe up when I was doing my set, and I just fucking got louder and just ignored him. And he just was like and just mumble fucking drunk to himself. You know what I mean? So I just
I
power through. I can power through that shit as long as they don't fucking keep going. But then I'll address it, dude. Like I don't give a fuck.
I actually said that about you. I gave you a compliment at that fucking mic. It could have been the same time where you powered through your stuff. With me, if someone acts up or says something, my ADD or something, I cannot. I have to address it.
Okay, so it's not like you lost your joke, but you're like, I can't let that lie. No, I think when you were there was that Asian woman who always likes to talk during everyone's
Oh,
fucking set.
she's always there. And that
And
same night,
I just like I ignore her, or I'll throw a quick answer and then just keep moving. Don't give her fucking time to talk. You
well,
know?
I used a little ammo. Like she was a gay woman, and I was just like, I love the lesbians. You know what I mean? And I point at her, just a little ammo, and like,
That's great. That's great.
you know what I mean? And then there was like, that same night, a guy wanted to fight me. There was a guy in camo.
I remember your set too. Yeah, no, I remember because you were kept pushing that one guy. And you're like, well, maybe I should probably chill out a little bit. And I was like, yeah, because that dude looks like he would want to fight. I do remember your set now at the Valley Inn. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so, dude, after that set, I'm going to get another beer because I think I might die, and I want a last beer before I die from this guy. And like the really drunk kind of like feminine guy he was with, I think it was like his younger brother or something, came up to me and he was like, I don't know if you know this, but that guy is like the top. He was the top sniper in the army, and
You
like
told me that. Yeah.
yeah, and like you should like go apologize to him. My head, I'm like, fuck that. I am not apologizing. We
Nope.
said it was a comedy show, and I didn't apologize, and I drank my beer, and no one killed me. And the next time I went, it was like maybe 2 weeks later, that same guy is there, and I made a joke while like during my set, maybe 5 minutes in, I went to him and I was like, because they're actually paying attention now at the Valley Inn. Those guys, instead of
I know.
talking,
Yeah.
they're like into comedy now. We like converted them like Mormons. He's looking at me, and I was like, "Do you remember when you told me you wanted to fight me on this little fire pit where like I couldn't even fit on?" And he laughed, and it was a great little callback from that night before, and just shit worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like maybe it's just my style of comedy. I'm trying to write longer bits, but if I'm doing a bit, sometimes I got to improv it a little bit, and I need concentration. And if someone's like talking, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at just like, fuck you. I'm gonna keep moving. Like,
yeah, no, you are.
I shut them down. Like, hey, you mean nothing. I'm gonna move along.
Yeah. So, anyways,
because I don't want to get drawn in either, where like I start going, well, shut up, cunt, and then she stands up, start yelling, like, and then like I kill my own fucking set because I had to engage when I could have just fucking steamrolled them.
It's not so much that I've learned my lesson not to do that anymore. It's I have to involve them and make it funny. And then sometimes I'll like do a drug joke because they're listening, they're probably on drugs. And if I do a drug joke like, hey, this is why I don't do cocaine anymore, then I get them back on my side. Like, oh, I shouldn't talk. That was funny. Yeah, I don't do coke because of that too. Like, you know what I mean? And now I can do it. Now I got them quiet. Now I can do a joke, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't encourage them. It's like comics who like, when they ask the crowd, how many people here have done that? I'm like, dude, you're inviting the crowd to fucking speak, dude. What the?
That's true.
Like, in no way do I ever encourage the crowd to talk. I'm like, shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm here to say, because that's my job, is to make them fucking laugh.
Can I tell you the comedian I want to kill is the one that goes, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, good Lord.
Why are you
get off
here?
the fucking stage, bro. Like, get off. That means you have no material or you don't remember your material. That's it.
And I hate that. And I really,
that's open micer bullshit. That's all that is.
That's even at an open mic, you should come with stuff.
I agree, but like, only someone who does more open mics than they do shows would do fucking something like that. Dude, right, like leading into COVID, dude, I was like miking 1 day a week. On Mondays, I'd hit 4 to 5 rooms because I had a good run. And that was all the mics, dude. The rest of the week, I was booked 5, 6 fucking shows a week, dude. Like I was doing more shows than mics, you know? Which I feel like I get way more out of because there's an actual crowd. Like, and another one of those things that drives me nuts is like, these guys, they go up and do an open mic and they're like, I bombed. Fucking course you did.
Right.
I mean, other than like the Valley Inn, but like if you're a room full of fucking comics and you bombed, of course you did. They're thinking about what they're gonna say, not what you're saying. Jesus.
Well, and the whole thing too is like the Valley Inn or some of these, like, I will be at the Florence tomorrow. It opens up tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna slide in after work. Yeah, I think so.
Those kind of rooms, it's like, okay, if they're rowdy, you can't do material, fuck with the crowd, because that's crowd work. You're getting practice. The whole thing with open mics is practice. I used to do those open mics where I was like, say material, I know it's gonna work, I treat it like a show, and that's the worst fucking thing you could do. And also, don't just do open mics. Start a fucking group on Facebook with some comedians you know, and go over your fucking jokes.
I don't do that.
I do that, and it builds confidence.
But you know what? I don't even write my jokes down. I don't write.
Yeah.
So what I do is, like, I started early on, I was writing all my jokes out, and then like Jimmy, where he's like, you know what, when you go into your material, like my newer stuff was kind of working on stage. He's like, your older stuff, it sounds like you're reciting it. Because what I do is try and remember it. I would picture the words on a fucking page, dude. But now I have like a couple of keywords. I'll go up and I work out the bit on stage. So when I try and remember my bit, I'm remembering it experientially. Like I've lived it. Over and over again. I'm not trying to picture a page, what the words are. I'm trying to remember what I lived last time. And it's so much easier to just grab that material.
No, I get that. And I've told friends that are comedians that are too scripted to cut it out, because they're very stiff up there and they're trying to remember every word. But with me, when I get that way, because I get that way sometimes, or like I'm looking at my phone right before I go on set, and like then sometimes I have a bad set because I'm trying to memorize everything, and it's just a fear thing. I think you know what I mean. You're just fearful you're gonna forget shit, and you're not. I heard once you say a joke on stage, you always remember it. I heard that, and I actually kind of believe it because
Well, event not always. You don't remember it every time, but
no,
see, what like I when I go up and I work, so like on a Monday I do 4 or 5 show like open mics. So what I do is like I would have like 5 new minutes, and I would do those 5 minutes at those 4 or 5 mics, and by the end of those 4 or 5 mics, I knew what bits worked and what didn't. You know what I mean? Just working it out online. But even then, as I tell it, and as I interchange it with different jokes and with different crowds, new punchlines pop up, new tags pop up, like all kinds of shit happens. The joke, what starts as a joke grows into a bit. I've done that with a bunch of my jokes, you know.
God damn it, Jacob! I can keep going, and
I know, right?
We're out of time. We're like overtime. This is OT right now.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I get it. You got to keep it. But no, I get it. It's cool to have this kind of exchange and talk comedy like this.
No, this is cool. We had to warm up a little bit before we got into the comedy. I don't even think people knew you were a comedian until like the last 20 part of the show. I didn't introduce you very well. But Jacob Blaser is a comedian. And real quick, before you go, Jacob, I got to do this ad read real quick. Silver Tongue Audio, go there at silvertongueaudio.org. You'll find my podcast there, free downloads right there, all 174 episodes. And then you'll see Dazed and Disturbed, which is a fun podcast. This guy, he smokes a little bit, talks about disturbing things, but kind of shines like a funny light on it. It's great. And then NPC podcast, non-player character podcast. It's a video game podcast with people talking about video games who are in the industry. So it's like legit. It's not like a 5-year-old talking about fucking Mario and shit. Okay. These guys worked at GameStop. They know people at Game Informer. So they know what they're talking about. And they also talk about addiction, something me and Jacob have no idea what that's about. So go check out NPC Podcast, Days and Disturbed at Midnight at the Bay at silvertongueaudio.org. Jacob, it's been a great fucking podcast. I think last time I had you, it was like episode 69 or something. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was almost like 2 years, man, I think.
That's fucking crazy. Man, time's flying by. Anyways, I will fucking see you at the Florence tomorrow. What time are you going to be there?
What is the start? 7:30? Like 7:30 probably. I get off work at like 7. So, and I work in Pleasanton. It takes me like 25 minutes to get there.
I'm gonna get there early, so I kind of get a good semi.
Put my name on the list. Write my name down. Jeff will let you do it. He loves me.
Okay.
Dude, like the day that you saw me, like I showed up and I was gonna sign up. 19 people were signed up, and he's like, "We can start early. You can go first."
Oh yeah, I know. He's a sweetheart. I love that guy. We're gonna get Jeff on the podcast. He was a magician one time and raped a Chinese girl. So, anyways, we gotta go, and I'll see you. Love you, Jacob. Bye.
Yeah. See you later, man. Have a good one.